Alan and I saw a film, and we don't normally get to see movies together, but we actually saw this movie at the same screening. And the movie is called Bottoms. Bottoms is directed by Emma Seligman, who did a movie called Shiva Baby. This is her second feature film, and it is made through MGM. It is a teen comedy about two high school friends, PJ and Josie.
Let me give you the log line here real quick.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay, here we go.
I was getting to it.
No, I like this. It's about two teen lesbians who start a fight club so they can bang cheerleaders.
Yeah. Okay, so this, and I have some things to say about this. Okay, I have a lot of things to say about this film, but so PJ and Josie, they're friends, and they're average looking girls, or they assess themselves as, we're average looking, we're lesbians, nobody likes us. They're kind of nerds and considered losers. They try to talk to popular girls and hot girls who totally brush them off that they're idiots. And they're like, well, how do we get these like hot girls to pay attention to us? And there's an incident involving one of the football players where a girl is, she's not
from
assaulted.
The rival high school. A rival high school assaults a girl.
Yeah, a rival high school assaults a girl. So then what happens is they decide, well, we're going to start our own fight club. Yeah, fight club. It's all about self-defense, but it's actually an excuse for PJ and Josie to grope other girls and to try and get girls to like them. And it's there's a character, their teacher named Mr. G, played by Marshawn Lynch, NFL player. You know who Marshawn Lynch was, running back. He is phenomenal in this movie. He is hysterical. The funny thing about this film is it's not an accurate portrayal of high school. It's a very caricatured portrayal. Like all the football players, when they go to school, they all wear like their pads. There's even there's not any graphic sex in this film. It's very PG-13 when it comes to the implied sex that's in the film. But one of the football players in a sex scene, you see him with his jersey off, but he's still wearing the pads. It's kind of ridiculous. But what I really love about this film is Rachel Sennett is fantastic, and her chemistry with the other actress who plays Josie is Ayo Edebiri. I'm completely butchering her name.
April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, she's the voice of April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Their chemistry is amazing. Now, people are going to have a knee-jerk reaction on why would I want to see a lesbian teen sex comedy? And let me just say this. You could not make this movie with two dudes. If there were two nerdy guys who were heterosexual men who wanted to start a fight club with girls so they could basically get the hot girls to pay attention to them, you're not going to be able to get that movie made. But the fact that these girls, what's interesting is they don't even talk that much about them being lesbians. They just like girls. And what I found relatable in this movie is that they consider themselves to be average girls that can't get the girls that they really like. So in a way, it's very relatable because all they want is for the girl that they have a crush on to like them. It's all the things. What they did was, as opposed to, I'm going to compare it to Bros, right? Bros is a gay romantic comedy. This is a gay teen sex comedy with two leads that are lesbians. The reason that this is much more relatable is it doesn't really lean into them being gay as much. That's not that big a part of the story. They just want the girl they like to like them.
Yeah, there's no message. There's no message in this movie.
There's no message. It's just also the comedy. I wouldn't say it's like, would you say it's raunchy? There's parts that might be considered raunchy.
Yeah, you know, what I like about the comedy in this movie is it just takes this idea of two lesbians running a fight club, and it just takes it to its logical extreme, because it's not it's a legit fight club at this point, and they're legit punching each other out, and it just goes for it. It holds nothing back. I wouldn't say it's raunchy in the sense of it obsesses about sex, but this one just obsesses about the violence and just the violence within a stereotypical teen comedy high school. It's weird. It's weird,
Yeah,
but
it's like a over the top parody of what someone would consider a high school to be. It's very cartoony, comic bookish, but I like that aspect. I like the fact that the football players always wear their football gear, always in every scene. It's kind of stupid.
yeah,
Um,
I'll say this: this movie is not woke in any way, other than the fact that if you consider a movie starring two lesbians woke, that's about as far as this goes. It, it, the cast of characters in this movie spans the spectrum of society. There's a black Republican in this one. These characters you think you would hate, like the misogynist teacher played by Marshawn Lynch, they actually make them feel relatable and sympathetic
right.
throughout the film.
Yeah,
And
oh my God. Marshawn Lynch is so funny in this. So he's this teacher who's kind of broken. He's going through a divorce and he's reading in class a magazine that's like a porn magazine called Divorced. Like, what is the name of it? It was
I know it's
Divorced,
a porn magazine. It's definitely a porn magazine,
but
and
it says, was it Divorced Beaver or something?
yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But it's not that, but it's something like that. It's so ridiculous. And then like his comments are so anti-woman. It's hilarious.
Like the things he says about Amelia Earhart, about
Yeah.
she wasn't that great because she crashed.
She
The
wasn't.
thing
Amelia
is,
Earhart wasn't a good pilot. She crashed. It's
yeah.
so good.
But the thing is, he says these things, and you would expect them to judge him for it, but they don't. In fact, they make him more sympathetic because he's saying these things.
Right.
Um,
He's going through this terrible divorce, so he just hates women. He's saying the worst comments and about feminism, and I love it. It's a lot of the stuff in this movie is just over the top and ridiculous, right? But the fact that even if there would be a female fight club, and it's also violent, the end, it goes, I'm not going to say anything, the third
Yeah.
act, it goes way over the top, and it's just freaking crazy. Now, I'll say this, people are divided on this movie. So we have our movie meetup group every Thursday at the AMC Burbank 16. And there were people that hated the film. I get it. Fine. And then there are people who just loved it. I got a text from my friend Ramesh, who was just like, I loved it. It was so like I knew he would like it, but it's really the two actresses, Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri. Oh my God. Edebiri. Their chemistry is hilarious because they're not portrayed as a like
they're not oppressed. They're not
girl bosses.
Look, they are. If they are oppressed, it's because they're nerds.
Yeah, no, they're total nerds and they're losers, and nothing works out for them.
In fact, everyone loves the gay guy in the movie.
Yeah, everyone loves the gay guy, but they're like these dumb two girls that are friends who are lesbians. Like
I'll tell you who hates this movie. It's progressive snowflakes.
You think
because
so?
there's so much that goes again, like there's implications potentially of a student kind of going off and doing violent things, but it never casts judgment on any single thing. It pulls it out just for the laugh.
I love it's really the script. You have to give credit to Emma Seligman, which I believe I interviewed her for Shiva Baby. There's an interview. We'll put it on the interview.
I think you did, actually.
But I think so I've interviewed her before. And she's a lesbian. So I think I think she has a different perspective. I just really like this as a teen. I mean, you could call it a teen sex comedy, even though technically speaking, there's not a lot of sex. I will say there are some romantic scenes in the film between two women. And let me just say to all the men out there, if you're bothered by two women who get together and are intimate and romantic, this might not be the movie for you. But if you're comfortable seeing two women together, then go see Bottoms 3 times.
Yep.
But
again, the movie is about two teen lesbians who start a fight club so they can bang cheerleaders. That's what this movie is
they
about.
really, because they can't get the cheerleaders to pay attention to them. The thing is this. Here's
it's
the
not
thing.
to pay attention to them. They want to have sex with them.
They want to have sex with them. But what I'm saying is, like, okay, if this movie was made in the 80s, the two lead characters would be guys. Yeah. They would be men, right? They would be boys trying to bang girls. So the twist is that it's two girls trying to bang girls. Either way, the movie works. And this is what I'm trying to say is that for any of those people out there that might be turned off by the fact that this is the characters are gay in it, that's actually one of the best parts of the movie. And it's not really pushed. It's just, they're trying to get girls. And that's, I think, something that, I mean, there's some scenes at the end, not the end, like where there are romantic scenes where there are girls trying to woo. It's relatable in the way that, and I'm comparing this to Bros because that's a male gay romantic comedy, did not work. Bros was way too graphic sexually. Bros was almost like it was not
Bros
relatable.
Bros was trying to say, hey, we're gay, and this is the entire movie, is that we're gay, and that and this is what gay people do, and this is gay thing. This is just two lesbians who go to high school, and this is their high school experience,
right?
And there's no, it's not trying to make you feel, the point of the movie is not to make you feel sympathetic toward the LGBT community. The point of the movie is to put these characters in an extreme position and find comedy from that.
Right.
I'll say this. Let me just say this is what Joyride in this movie. It shows that women can now make movies. Women can now make raunchy comedies that men can't make anymore.
Let's first of all, then bottom line, Alan, do you recommend Bottoms?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Same. I strong recommendation for Bottoms. Know what you're getting into. Again, if a movie starring two lesbians that are trying to get with girls and intimate scenes with girl on girl, if that is something that you are offended by, do not see Bottoms. So there you go. That's my non-recommend recommend.
By the way, I just got a message. Jesus is not happy that I recommended Bottoms and not The Hill. So